Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Rookie Division in the Eastern 9-hole Cup. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also visit golfclashtommy.com for more Golf Clash related content. You can become a patron and improve your game today on the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy, link in the description down below. In the end, you find the info box on the right hand side where you see the elevation for every shot in this playthrough. Also, type of ball and also what type of club that I think is going to be the key here in this tournament. And in the end, it's a tough tournament. Southern Pines is really tough, everyone, so don't be hard on yourself if you go through with a score that you're not used to, because we are used to having a bit easier tournament where we can drop more shots. Here it's more don't do any mistakes and get the eagle. I will give you adjustment that makes it possible to drop, but you're gonna notice it's gonna be tough. 1 or 2 extra drops over 9 holes. It's going to be massive in terms of winning in this tournament. So, but enough about that. Let's go to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we are going to play a more aggressive route here, and this is going to be on the right hand side. And you can see that I'm playing with a power 3 ball, this to give ourselves the most distance possible with our driver. And now, meaning most distance possible, sure, you can play with a power 4 or a power 5 ball here to make it even more easy, but I would say a power 3 ball is going to be with the ball that I'm going to play with. Now we are adjusting maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment, and then we go with approximately 2.5 rings of overpower. So a little bit of overpower to just get the ball over the water and the rough, bounce nicely on the fairway, gaining a decent amount of distance, and now we're going to have a straight shot towards the pin. This is 384 yards, and for the second shot we do play with the thorn or the hornet. You play with the short iron that you feel the most comfortable with. 2 bars of backspin, and I'm using a little bit of side spin to the right as well, thinking of having the ball guideline, you know, straight at the pin here, using the fringe as to where my first bounce is going to be. Adjusting now for, you know, the club distance, which in this case is going to be medium distance. It could be max, it could be minimum. It all depends on how long the drive was that you made. Now we do adjust, no elevation is included here, and then we're going to hit perfect shot. Ball bounces on the fringe exactly as planned and gets in right at the pin for a nice little eagle here as a start on hole number 1. For hole number 2, we are playing with the sniper if we do have it in level 4+, otherwise we are playing with the viper, using a katana ball to give us max side spin, 7 bars in total. And now we're going to try to line this one up by looking at where we do have the rings combined with the second bounce. So the second bounce is exactly, as you can see, where our opponent's picture is obviously, but then with the blue ring to the right side rough. Then we adjust maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment, and in the end we need to apply with a little bit of curl, not much. You can see that the ball is kind of halfway through the adjustment ring in total, and then you see it bounce nicely there, gets up to the hill exactly as we want to, coming down and rolls nicely in for a hole-in-one here on hole number 2. This is not a hole-in-one that we're gonna get all the time, but definitely a good opportunity. For hole number 3, we are going to play with the big topper and a power 5 ball, being a berserker. Max topspin, no side spin whatsoever. And now we're going to try to gain as much distance possible here, and with using overpower. And the thing is, like, I don't like to suggest power 5 balls in rookie, but on this specific hole, a power 5 ball here is almost needed to be able to have a chance to reach for the green in 2. And also with the big topper, with its enormous topspin, is going to be super helpful. Sure, if you do play with higher level clubs like an Extrema level 8, Thor's Hammer level 6, or Apocalypse level 4+, or something like that, those clubs would be chosen before the big topper. But otherwise, even big topper level 1 will be a very good club to use. 4 bars of backspin and max side spin to the right is what I'm using first and foremost, but the problem is here that I do adjust this one very poorly. We need to really make sure that this ball is going to just stop either on the green or on the fringe or fairway on the back end of the green. It's a very tough hole here, and to get an albatross you need to be extremely lucky. So the thing that I do play just purely for the eagle. 3 bars of backspin, max side spin to the right, and then we're going to adjust for maximum distance, no elevation. Using a little bit of curl to the right, and the thing that happens is that I do hit a great right. No issues with the great, but the problem we do get is that we're using too little backspin and just roll into the rough there on the back end. Use a little bit more backspin, use 4 bars, or back up your target a little bit more and give yourself more room. No matter what, this is purely an eagle hole, no albatross here on hole number 3. For hole number 4, we are going to make a very simple drive. 4.5 bar topspin and 4.5 bar side spin to the right. White ring to the left by the rough line and ball guide line just straight down the middle. Now adjusting for maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. Once you have done that, you push up your target into max. This to gain a little bit extra distance here for the drive. Great left, it's not the end of the world. You can hit great left, you can hit great right, you can hit perfect, and you will still be easily on the fairway. Now we're looking to take a look at what yardage notes we are having, and yardage is going to be 352. Second shot we play with the sniper, if we do have the sniper in level 4+, otherwise we do play with the viper. And here you can see the ball guide line, it's not a fully developed ball guideline with the sniper level 4, but close to it. We're using half a bar of backspin and 1 left spin here and getting the ball guideline to the hole. I would say that the backspin will vary depending on how long the drive is. The longer drive, the less backspin you need to use, and the shorter drive, the more backspin you need to use. So have that in mind. Now we are just 10% over adjustment, and I play for 25% of my club, so in between minimum and medium distance. Perfect ball, and the ball is coming in very nicely. You can see clips the rough and roll up towards the pin for a nice eagle here on hole number 4. For hole number 5, we are going to play with the quarterback, and we're also going to play with a quasar. The quasar is going to be for its side spin, and we do need the side spin here. Looking at how it's going to come here with the navigator means that we're going to come too much to the right. I'm using, in this case, we're going to play 2.5 to 3 bars of backspin. 3 bars is probably the thing that I would go to here. And then we do have the quasars I'm changing to there in the end. So 3 back and then 4.5 bar left spin. And now we're going to play medium distance with a 10% over adjustment. And as we're using the island will obviously not be super duper easy to hit, but it's going to be the way for us to get even remotely close to a hole-in-one. We get up the hill, it falls back down, and we unfortunately just barely missed that hole on the left hand side, so coming in a little bit short. But have in mind here that we're playing the island. You can hit great left, great right, use the quarterback as it has a very good accuracy, and therefore you can definitely get that one, then you can feel comfortable playing that shot. For hole number 6, we're going to play straightforward. Please ignore the level of the clubs. I do back up, so this will suit an adjustment even with a lower level extra mile. 2.5 bar backspin and 4.5 bar side spin to the right. And look at the ball guideline. We do want the ball guideline to be pointing towards the top right corner of that fairway. And we need to have in mind here that we need to over adjust 10% for the drive to be able to get the distance that we are looking for. And again, please ignore the level of the clubs, as I'm using a different account to provide the content here for hole number 6. But it's played exactly the same with lower level clubs. Second shot, the big dog, again, ignore the level and just look at using the wood club that gives you the most distance. Now we're going to play with 3 to 4 bars of topspin depending on how close you are to the rough to the right. 4.5 bar side spin to the right with maximum curl to the right as well, using no elevation whatsoever. Tiny bit of overpower, and that's obviously the overpower there is basically just based by feeling. We don't need much, but a little bit is needed. So power 3 ball, big dog, very much key for getting the eagle layer on hole number 6. And as for the other par 5s on the Southern Pines, I do not play from front tee for anything else than playing for the eagle. For hole number 7, we are going to play from the right, or like to the right hand side. 3 bars of topspin, 2.5 bar side spin to the right. Playing also with a navigator ball, and you can see that in the end I changed to 3.5 bar topspin due to that the wind is very, very low. So let's say 3.5 bar topspin, we are in max distance of our club with extra mile, and we adjust maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. Now the ball is going to travel in the air, obviously, and we're going to bounce on the fairway over to the other fairway and gain as much distance possible without risking the rough at the top. For the second shot, we are going to play for a rough bump here, and the rough bump is going to be played with a long iron in very close to maximum distance. I would say this looks like approximately 75 to 80% of your club, so in between medium and maximum distance is the adjustment that I would choose. 2.5 bar side spin to the left is what I would use here, together with the 2 bars of topspin. Very hard when you don't have a fully developed ball guideline to read the ball guideline, because here we could easily be a little bit too much to the right, and that could be the thing that makes us miss this shot on the right hand side. No matter what though, this is a pretty good opportunity, and using this adjustment here will get you close. If we can just move our target a little bit more to the left, we're going to have a very good chance making the eagle here with our backbone. For hole number 8, the final par 3 in this tournament, we will be playing with the sniper, and we're using side spin. We are also using top spin. Using 3 bars of left spin, I'm using 2 bars of top spin. Here I would strongly advise you to reduce and go with 1.5 bar top spin instead. Sure, there is a glitchy spot when it comes to just there by the fringe, which we do catch now. That's why the ball comes in so hot, but at the same time, we can reduce the topspin, as I do believe that we will be coming in too hot otherwise. We play from maximum distance of our club, which is going to then be maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. You see, we there caught a glitch and the ball is coming in with such an enormous speed. So if we reduce the topspin a little bit, that would be better. If you do have a club like the Rocket level 10, or you maybe have a Thor's hammer in a decent level, you can go directly at green using backspin, but this will be the general route to play on hole number 8. So for hole number 9, we play with the big topper. Max topspin 1.5 bar, side spin to the left. And now we're going to then stretch out our target into as far as possible there. And the reason we are going to do that is because we do obviously want to gain as much distance possible. Now we do adjust maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment, and once that is done, push up your target into max. If you do play with a power 5 ball, you will definitely have a great advantage for the drive, but also for the second shot, meaning with the drive, you don't have to push up to max. Once you have adjusted with a power 5 ball, you will already have the distance. For the second shot, we will obviously then be closer towards the green. Looking at the second shot here immediately, see that we just barely reach over the rough there. And now here playing from front tee with lower level clubs, I will only be playing this shot for the green, like fringe or green, meaning that I rather take a putt or just a simple wedge than trying to do for a double bounce into the rough for a very small chance of making an albatross from distance. 5% over adjustment is what we do need to use when it comes to the second shot, and use the club that gives you the most distance. In my case, it's the big dog. In someone else's case, it might be the cataclysm if you have that one unlocked. 180 yards is the maximum you can get on a wood club, and any club with 180 yards is definitely preferred. The ball comes in here, bounce on the fairway. Now you will see that we are going to roll towards the fringe, and I will take this all day and every day, because in my opinion this is just a purely eagle hole. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Rookie Division with the tournament win here for the Eastern 9-hole Cup. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and don't forget to join our Discord. Link to Discord is in the description down below. Also, this is going to be a tough tournament. Every drop is super valuable, and if you haven't played a tournament before, this could be it, and it's time to maybe get yourself a nice little try for a weekend round banner. Make sure you comment in the comment section below if you do have any questions, or use the contact form on the website golfclashtommy.com. In the end, good luck in the Eastern 9-hole Cup.